Yeah, I'm gonna be on this meeting with the city of Cleveland, so. Okay.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. Let me see this. Okay, so that, yeah. So, yeah, she comes right. Yeah. 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 I have to take a look at it. Small as food. That is small.
Oh, fine. Yeah, I'm trying to do this meeting, but I can't get on. It's my,
You're doing great.
get on.
I just got back my physical.
Oh,
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Please put your mics on mute until your docket is called. Once your docket is called, and a brief description of what's going on with your docket is read, you will be asked to, under oath to give your, what is it? You'll be sworn under oath that the testimony that you're giving is true to the best of your knowledge. And then you will unmute your microphone to give your testimony. Mr. Chairman, we can start with the preamble. Oh, there we go.
In compliance with notification requirements of Ohio's open meeting law and section 101.021 of the codified ordinances of Cleveland, Ohio, 1796, notice of this meeting has been publicly posted. All boards and commissions under the purview of the city planning department conduct their meetings according to Robert's Rules of Order. Actions during the meeting will be taken by voice vote. Abstentions from any vote due to a conflict of interest should be stated for the record before the taking of any vote. In order to ensure that everyone participating in the meeting has the opportunity to be heard, we ask that you use the raise hand feature before asking a question or making a comment. The raise hand feature can be found in the participants panel on the desktop and mobile versions and activated by clicking the hand icon. Please wait for the chair or facilitator to recognize you and be sure to select unmute and announce yourself before you speak.
Okay.
When finished speaking, please lower your hand by clicking on the raise hand icon again and mute your microphone. We will also use the chat feature to communicate with participants. The chat feature can be activated by clicking the chat button located at the bottom of the WebEx screen. All meeting activity is being recorded by way of the WebEx platform. These proceedings are also being live streamed by way of YouTube. All requests to speak on a particular matter by way of our website and email have been considered. We have also received emails from those who have provided written comments on a particular matter. Mr. Jacobson.
Mr. Chairman, this is Dan Jacobson from the Law Department. Preliminary issues, the live stream. Can we verify that the live stream is on and functioning?
Through the chair, yes.
Thank you. And Mr. Chairman, as the Law Department has done since these public meetings have gone virtual and are hybrid, law states its objection to the chat function. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Davis.
Oh.
Mr. Bradley, please mute your microphone until your docket is called, please. Mr. Dean?
Here.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Here.
Mr. Gallagher?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, before we call the first case, I noticed we have Councilperson Chris Harsh on the line, and I'm not sure if we can move the docket up. Is that possible, Ms. Davis?
Give me 1 second. Let me see what docket that is.
No, I think if you do, we can move one of the docket items. I think 170 was mistakenly assigned to Ward 13. I only have 2.
You have 2 on?
Yeah, 107 and 124.
Let's see if it's possible. We've had a problem with doing that. And I'd like to accommodate you if we can.
I'd appreciate that.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, I was able to queue up 107. Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
10724 is up on the screen.
Okay, we'll go with that, and if you get the other one up, good. Okay, so, docket 107-24, 2609 Hood Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is hazardous condition issued on April 17th of 2024. Appeal was received May 17th of 2024. Applicant did not specify how much time they needed to abate the violations. Present for today's hearing, Chief Billing Official Tom Vanover, Dan Jacobson Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and or representative please state your name for the record?
Brian Donato from RDG Properties LLC.
Okay.
Did I do that right?
Yes, you sure did. Okay, those giving testimony, including Mr. Donato, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
You.
Okay, go ahead, Councilman, do you wish to speak before or after?
I'll wait to the end. Thank you, sir.
All righty, Mr. Donato, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
Okay, I received the violation. I went to the unit. The violation was actually observed by Inspector Barkus. So I've been in contact with him. I didn't know about it, but I was notified that the garage roof was caving in on the property. So I went to the unit and it appeared, I didn't know anything about it. He was actually checking on another violation on an adjacent property and found this one. So I went to the residence and the garage, the roof had caved in. So I applied for a demolition permit, which I obtained. I filled out the application, but I never did get anything back. And due to the hazardous condition, I took the garage down. So the violation's gone. It was torn down. I never heard anything back from the city of Cleveland reference the permit, but I did apply for it.
Okay, let's go over to Mr. Vanover, see where we're at here. Mr. Vanover. You might be muted, sir.
Well, while we wait, I can jump in.
Go ahead.
Okay, Chairman. Through the chair, is the only issue here the time for abatement on the garage condemnation, but now the garage is gone? Do I understand that correctly?
Is that right, Mr. Donato?
Yes, the garage is gone. I was afraid that the whole thing was going to collapse and somebody was going to get hurt. So I applied online on the city portal, and I never heard anything back from the application.
Okay, so that may be the only violation, is that hazardous condition.
Well, it's not I'm sorry.
It's no longer, right, but that's the only one that we had in front of us. That's what the
Yeah.
councilman's asking. So-
Yes, Councilman, the garage is gone.
And there's no other violations?
No.
Right. Cool. Well, I don't know where Vanover is, but I'm happy with that.
Okay. We'll wait and see I'm sure Mr. Vano was gonna want a,
Mr. Chairman, let's take a 3-minute break and I'll go check to see. I see Tom is in a participant panel, but I'll go check on him. So.
okay, all right.
A minute.
Hello?
Is it, Mr. Vanover, is that you?
Yes, it is. I apologize to everybody. I have, my screen was on the preamble. I didn't think we had started yet and I couldn't hear anything. So if everybody can hear me, I can see the docket is at 2609 Hood.
That, yes, that's correct. And
Everybody can hear me okay?
yes, and the testimony that Mr. Donato gave is that he said that he went online to do the permit, but he never got a response back. He knew it was a hazardous condition, so he went ahead and demoed the garage. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at. And Councilman Harsh is on, and he's heard that testimony, and he's okay with getting rid of the hazardous condition. But now you jump in. So you gotta let him know what he needs to do.
Okay. All right, so it does appear that there was a permit that was applied. It is under, bear with me, it is, so there was a communication sent, the permit is sitting in permit issuance pending. And, waiting to be picked up. However, as a demolition permit, it's gotta be picked up by a contractor.
Okay.
So, under city ordinance, registered demolitions are, require a registered contractor. To pull the permit.
We're gonna have to find out from Mr. Donato who he used. Mr. Donato?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you use a contractor to demo it?
When I called there, I was, for RDG Properties LLC, I am listed on there with the city of Cleveland. And at no time did they tell me I needed a contractor when I filled out the application. I did have a contractor bring me the dumpster that I put the garage into. But I did not have a contractor tear the garage down.
Okay, so we're probably gonna need
I-
an inspection on this anyways. But we'll let Mr. Vanover, if you have more questions, Mr. Vanover, for Mr. Donato?
Yeah, well, Mr. Chairman, just a statement. This is a corporately owned property.
It is.
And as such, one cannot pull a homeowner's permit. So the permit cannot be issued until a contractor a contractor has to pull the permit. Contractor is responsible for doing the work. It's not the responsibility of the building department to tell corporations how to operate businesses in the city, right? This is there's an expectation that if you're going to be a corporate landowner and real estate company, that you have the resources and wherewithal and understanding of how to operate. The City of Cleveland Codified Ordinances requires that all structures that are moved, altered, or demolished are done so by a registered contractor. The exception to that rule is 1, 2, and 3 family privately owned properties. So ultimately, this is work without a permit, which we have not cited for, but is a violation of its own. And we would ask that you remand the notice of violation to the Department of Building and Housing, and for further follow-up while the permit is getting, until the permit is obtained, inspections are conducted.
Okay, so, all right, so we'll remand the property to the Division of Building and Housing for any further action until it gets resolved. The motion,
So move.
Okay, moved by Mr. Dank. Second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Okay, Mr. Donato, you'll have to talk with the city then to resolve this. They'll work with you, I'm sure, on it.
Well, Mr. Chairman, ultimately a contractor needs to come and pick and obtain the permit and have the inspections conducted.
Well, there you go. Okay, that's what's necessary. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Ms. Davis, are we able to get 124 up?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that'll be the next docket. Building docket A 124-20-24, 423 West Shaft Road.
Hi, that's me.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is fire damage, issued on May 2nd of 2024. Appeal was received on June 7th of 2024. Applicant did not specify how much time is needed to abate the violations. Present for today's hearing, Chief Building Official Tom Vanover and Jacobson Law. With the appellant or his or her attorney and or representative, please state your name for the record.
Is this Diane Stuzinski?
Okay, Ms. Duzinski, we also have Councilman Harshan on the line, so I solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay,
You.
go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
Okay, well, the fire was on April 17th, and I was fighting with State Farm to get the funds. I got the funds about a month ago, and right now, Pine Ridge Restoration has contracted with Tim Piro Roofing, and he was supposedly get the permit
Okay,
to do the roofing and the siding of the garage and the house.
okay. Is there any expectation as to when?
Yeah, he's supposed to start this week.
Okay, we don't know how long it's gonna take, but he's supposed to start this week. Okay. Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, there's no application for permit to make these corrections. So they haven't even applied, which means that they can't they wouldn't be able to legally start this week until they've done that. We don't object to more time, being that understanding the insurance, the time it takes for insurance companies to settle out and and to get the work done. But I would ask that a very limited time be provided to gain permits. And Mr. Chairman, to the appellant, it's important that you make sure that your contractor pulls their permits prior to beginning the work and, if possible, prior to any payment being made. But there's no application for permits.
Okay, I just got off the phone with him because he said he knows that he didn't apply yet, but he was supposed to.
Okay.
Tim Piro Roofing.
Okay,
TIMPERIO.
how much time do you think he needs?
I think he said, I'm gonna call him. I think he said he should have applied last week, but he didn't, but I would say like a week or two.
I mean, for completion of the violation.
Well, should I call him? Or should I say like 3 weeks?
Well, we'll give you time, okay, to complete the violation.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Vanover.
we don't object to 2 weeks to get the permits and 60 days to correct the violations.
Okay. All right, Councilman Harsh.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, thank you. Ms. Stasinski is an owner occupant. She's a good neighbor. Never had any problems. I think that insurance companies are hard to deal with sometimes for homeowners, and I totally believe that that's what happened here, and I think that she will sincerely get this corrected. And I think it would be appropriate and good to extend time.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, sounds great. So we'll give 2 weeks, November 20th, 2024, to obtain the permits, and to January 6th, 60 days, 2025, to abate the violations. Motion?
Okay,
Moved by Mr. Bradley,
Second.
second by Mr. Denk.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Councilman. I would go back.
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
briefly, I'm going to get out of here. A170 was mistakenly identified as Ward 13. It's not, so I'm all done here. Thank you, sir.
okay, thank you. Okay, we'll go back to the top of the list. If there's no other council persons on board, I don't see any. Okay, so docket A 118-24, 2527 East 82nd Street.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is, what is the notice of violation? Oh, failure to obtain a lead safe certificate for a residential rental unit. Issued on April 24th of 2024. Appeal was received May 24th of 2024, requesting 6 months to get into compliance. Present for today's hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney and or representative please state your name for the record?
Good morning, Board. Good morning, Attorney Jacobson, Jim Petropolis on behalf of Carter Investments LLC, and I also have Mr. Duran Cromedy, member of Carter Investments Limited. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you both, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
Yes,
I do.
Okay, Mr. Petropoulos, I think you're the one that's gonna be doing the speaking, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, thank you.
let us know, what's going on here.
Thank you, Board. The appellant has purchased this property in 2021. It was in general disrepair, has done extensive work on the property towards getting it to the point where it can be lead safe. Put approximately $40,000 into the property thus far. He has retained Cleveland, Ohio Turnkey Group to complete the lead, to send in the labs. According to the proposal, all the property's been prepped, diagrams have been drawn and sampled. Just needs to round third and head home on this. Is asking for an additional 45 days to get the labs, the application submitted, and to get clearance on the property. Thank you. Also, if I can add, Mr. Cromedy, who's local, he during this time he developed, he's younger, and he developed a cardiac health issue, a pretty significant one that has set him back. And he intended to get this done sooner and was unable to do so, but now is back on track. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, there are no permits in the system to reflect the $40,000 of investment put into the property. So I'm not sure what the scope of that work is, but at $40,000, one would expect that there are permits required and plan review and inspections. However, it appears that the rental registration was applied for on October 2nd, and it did not include all the information required. We don't object to more time. However, Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, is this property currently occupied?
It's a 4-unit, and Mr. Cromedy, how many units are occupied currently?
It is 3.
3 occupied currently.
3 out of the 4. So, Mr. Chairman, this is the residents living in an unregistered, property that hasn't obtained the lead safe certificate. We don't object to the 45 days, with the understanding that, no further extensions.
Okay. All right, so we got December 21st, 45 days, 2024, to obtain the registration and the lead safe certificate, and with no further extensions. Motion
So moved.
moved by Mr. Dank. Second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley. Mr. Dink,
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay, next docket, it's a building docket A 119-24, 3328 Euclid Avenue.
Application fees are in order. Notice of violation is exterior maintenance. Issued May 8th of 2024. Appeal was received on May 22nd of 2024, requesting for 90 days to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Chief Building Official Tom Vanover, Dan Jacobson Law. Would the applicant or his or her attorney and or representative please state your name for the record?
My name is David Dixon.
Okay, Mr. Dixon, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what the plans are.
Yeah, so as a result of a facade inspection, you'll see some deterioration on the rear fire escape. There's only 7 units that have direct access to this fire escape. With that being said, we had an architectural structural engineer provide drawings that were submitted for the repair. The pending action on our part is, now that we have got the okay to pull the permit, the contractor will be pulling the permit no later than next Tuesday, and the work will commence after that permit is authorized and approved. And I expect the work to be completed in 30 to 40 days, but at this point, I would probably request 60 just to be safe.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, the pictures speak, right? There are 2 permits that have been applied for. One is for flooring fixtures throughout the building, and the other is for the exterior repairs and maintenance of the stair. We don't object to more time. We don't object to 60 days, but the permits need to be, pulled that are in place. They've been ready since August.
Okay, so I guess we'll throw in there that the permits need to be pulled. We'll give it 2 weeks, November 20th to, or sooner, to obtain the permits, 2024, and 60 days, January 6th, 2025, to abate the violations. Motion?
So moved.
Okay, moved by Mr. Dank, second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next docket is building docket A 121-24, 11304 Park Lawn Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is failure to get lead safe certificate. Issued on May 3rd of 2024. Appeal was received May 31st of 2024. Requesting for 90 days. Present for today's hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney and or representative please state your name for the record? Oh, this one was which one?
Are they here?
Give us 1 second, please. Okay, that's right, it is. Mr. Chairman, I did receive an email on 9/27 that this has been withdrawn.
Okay. Okay, so it's been withdrawn. No action by us. We'll move on. Next, docket, building docket A 123-24, 11730 Lorraine Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is condemnation of the main structure issued on May 16th. May 16th of 2024. Appeal was received June 6th of 2024, requesting for 120 days to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearings, Chief Building Official Tom Vanover, Dan Jacobson Law. With the appellant or his or her attorney and or representative, please state your name for the record.
Good morning, Rob Dentiman on behalf of Khalil Rashid and Ibrahim Rashid in this matter.
Okay, Mr. Dentiman, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead and proceed and let us know what the plans are.
Thank you. At the time when I filed this appeal, we were working with an insurance company to try to get a settlement to help pay for the abatement. And that's why I asked for as much time as possible. It looks like we have definitely settled the matter with the insurance. We're supposed to get the funds, I'm hoping this week, which means we should be able to get rolling here. I'm hoping the next 2 to 3 weeks. I haven't seen the check yet, but I'm looking for it. And then I think there's an aggressive plan to get done. So as much time as we can get to get this thing completed and rolling up to standards, we'd appreciate that.
Okay, well, overall, how much more time do you think you need?
I don't think we'll need 120 days. That might be a little bit much.
Maybe 90?
Let's go 90. I think that takes us roughly into February-ish, something like that, first of the year, somewhere in there.
Okay. Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, we have no objections. This is a fire damage violation notice.
Okay, so we're looking at February 6th, 2025, 90 days to abate the violation.
Thank you. That should be fine. Thank you very much.
Good. Motion? Moved by Mr. Bradley,
Second.
second by Mr. Denk.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Okay, notice to be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a nice day.
Okay, you too. All right, building docket A 125-24, 3904 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is a condemnation of the main structure issued on May 1st of 2024. Appeal was received June 12th of 2024. Applicant requested 6 months to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson Law. With the applicant or his or her attorney and or representative, please state your name for the record. Mr. Chairman, I do not see Pamela Hubert on the participant panel, nor is that person present in room 514 this morning.
You know, there's one that's an Earl F that keeps blinking green. That's not the person, is it?
No.
Okay, all right, we'll go with that then. Mr. Vanover solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
Mr. Jacobson.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did notice of today's hearing get returned to the board's file for any reason?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
And through the chairman to Ms. Davis, have you received any form of communication, an email, a voice message, or anything physically delivered to you on behalf of this appellant and or docket?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
To the chairman, the due process requirement of notice having been given to this appellant, the board can proceed with its hearing and ruling today. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, bear with me just a moment. This is a condemnation notice that's more than a year old. I'm looking, I'm assuming this is a change in ownership.
Through the chair to Mr. Vanover, are you asking, is this timely?
No, I'm just trying to,
Just looking it up.
I'm just
Okay.
looking it up.
Through the chair to Mr. Vanover, I do have copies mailed from your department on May 1st of 2024 is when the owner received the notice of condemnation that we have in the file. And I do believe Mr. Jacobson also have it in his file as it is a part of the application that was submitted to the Department of Building and Housing.
Understood. So, Mr. Chairman, as such, this property is like, again, this inspection process, is more than a year old. And based on the evidence before, in front of us, as well as the absence of any other information from the appellant, we ask that you deny any more time and remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing.
Okay, a motion is in order to deny more time and remand the property Division of Building and Housing for any further action. Motion? Moved by Mr. Bradley,
Second.
second by Mr. Dank.
Mr. Bradley? Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Housing docket A 3724, 3822 Newark Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. This is a notice of violation is fire damage issued on January 26th of 2024. Appeal was received February 16th of 2024, requesting for 6 months to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Chief Billing Official Tom Vanover and Jacobson Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney and or representative please state your name for the record? Mr. Chairman, I do not see a Jamie Sachs in the participants panel, nor is that person present in room 514 today.
Okay, Mr. Vanover solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
Mr. Jacobson.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did notice of today's hearing get returned to the board's file for any reason?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
And through the chairman to Ms. Davis, have you received any form of communication, an email, a voice message, or anything physically delivered to you on behalf of this appellant and or docket?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
To the chairman, the due process requirement of notice having been given to this appellant, the board can proceed with its hearing and ruling today. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, there's a permit application that was, a permit that was pulled, issued, and inspected by the inspector of, from the department, and it was closed as compliance final. However, the notice of violation is still open, which means that there may have been issues that were not subject to the permit that have not been abated, or perhaps they have. We would ask that you remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing so that we can re-inspect to verify on the violation that everything is completed.
Okay, motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property division of building and housing for any further action. Motion
So moved.
by Mr. Dank, second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Dean,
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Housing docket A 38-24, 903 East 146th Street.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is interior and exterior maintenance. Issued on January 24th of 2024. Appeal was received February 20th of 2024, requesting for 6 months to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Chief Building Official Tom Vanover, Dan Jacobson, Law. Would the appellant or his or her attorney and or representative please state your name for the record?
Thank you. Attorney Jim Pepper-Polius on behalf of appellant. I will be speaking today. I could be sworn in again, but I was already sworn in.
Okay, for this docket, yes. Mr. Petzopoulos, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what the plans are.
Plans here are, so this was only matters so much, but this was a troubled tenant that caused a lot of issues at the property. Took a long period of time to get the eviction done on the tenant. The city was called when the eviction was commenced. Nonetheless, my client he's on here, but he has a bit of a language barrier. Was able to connect with him finally, and he indicates he's gotten the work done. He just needs to get a reinspection done. Is requesting 30 days to contact Inspector Lanham to come out, hopefully do a final, and deal with any potential punch list items and get this property cleared, get this violation notice cleared. I know this has been going on for a while, but there was a miscommunication as to getting the reinspect done. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, based on the photos before us, yes, there will need to be a reinspection. However, I have no record of permits being pulled for any work that transpired. We can see in the photographs, it appears that the porch has been replaced. That work does require a permit, and specifically the material used on this porch is not exterior grade wear surface material. So we don't object to time to getting it inspected, but I do want to make the record understand that permits are required and no permits have been pulled.
Okay, do you care to comment on that or what you know, Mr. Petzopoulos?
My client did retain a contractor, probably put too much faith in the contractor. Like I said, my client has a language barrier. I guess I will have to get with the contractor also and have the contractor correct any issues, pull permits, come into compliance. And yes, I see this is not what should have been used or has to be covered somehow, but we'll work to correct that.
Okay, you still think you can get it all done by December 6th? 30 days?
I did. After seeing these pictures, can we add an additional 30 days to that?
Okay, and make sure that the permits are done also.
Right.
So we'll give you 2 weeks to obtain the permits. That will be November 20th, 2024, and January 6th, 60 days, 2025 to abate the violations. Motion?
Thank you.
Okay, moved by Mr. Bradley.
Second.
Okay, second by Mr. Dink.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes, a notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you, board.
Housing docket A 4124, 3504 Independence Road.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is interior and exterior maintenance. Issued on January 23rd of 2024. Appeal was received February 20th of 2024. Applicant was requesting 8 months to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and/or representative please state your name for the record?
Daoud Hamza with Hype Investing.
Okay, Mr. Hamza, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, all right, go ahead and let us know what the plans are.
So the holdup here was somewhat tied into some troubled tenants. I did get one tenant out of the two. There's two standing single family homes on one parcel. One of the tenants has now left the property as of July 6th. I ended up having to file a police report about a week after because a neighbor had informed me that the tenant had came back and stole the hot water tank and the furnace. So there's some additional work that needs to be done in the property now. There has not been any permits pulled or a contractor in place as of yet. I am in the middle of going through a divorce hearing as well. So this property is tied into that divorce hearing. So I would like to ask for more time if possible. The divorce should be finalized by the end of February. So I should be able to get this rectified following that.
Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, this is a corporately owned property as an investment property. And understanding that at times tenants can be a challenge to get the work done. However, now that the tenant is gone, we would ask that no more time be given.
Okay, if we don't give any time, then we would be remanding it back to the city. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so, okay, a motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property division of building and housing for any further action. Motion? Okay, moved by Mr. Bradley,
Second.
second by Mr. Denk.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Okay, notice is gonna be sent out within 2 weeks, and this does not stop you from going ahead and fixing the property, that's for sure. It just means that you have to get going on it. Okay, thank you.
When you say get going on it, is there a specific timeline?
Well, we're
attached
not
to-
given time. You're underneath, you're now underneath the Division of Building and Housing, and so you need to make sure you get permits pulled right away and get busy on the property. That's basically what it amounts to.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay, housing, let's see. Housing docket A 4224-3434 West Boulevard.
Application and fees are in order. The notice of violations are exterior maintenance and no permit. Issued on January 30th of 2024 and February 6th of 2024. Appeal was received on February 16th of 2024, requesting for 120 days to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Chief Billing Official Tom Vanover, Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and/or representative please state your name for the record?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning to the board. My name is Richard Teal, an attorney at Lieberman, DeVore and Dowd, representing the entity here, 3434 West Boulevard LLC. Present with me are also Daniel Oglesby and Stephanie English on behalf of the entity.
Okay, are all of them going to be speaking, Mr. Teal?
I would just ask that they be sworn in. I will be speaking, but in the event that they need to supplement or fill in any gaps.
Okay, so we're going to swear in all three of you. So solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
I do.
Okay, very good. Go ahead and proceed, Mr. Teal.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Since the filing of this appeal, the entity has completed nearly $8,000 in extensive interior and exterior repairs through a contractor by the name of Diverse Construction towards correcting the conditions and improving the property. They also have retained a new landscaping service provider. Estimated cost on that is $1,400 per season. Regarding the violation notice concerning the first floor opening at the wall, the client's position is that violation notice was improper in that the interior wall was not removed by Mr. Oglesby. Miss English was the listing agent at the time of that sale and is prepared to testify that she had viewed the interior of the building prior to the sale, and Mr. Oglesby would be available to testify that he did not remove that wall on the interior.
Okay. Let's see. Have there been permits pulled?
I can speak on behalf of that. This is Stephanie speaking, and there was no permits needed for what was, very just normal maintenance. There was nothing major, and so I can get the inspector to come back and let me know if there is anything else that he is able to see. But it was painting and light maintenance. It was not anything structural or in need of permitting.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, yeah, there are two violation notices, one for the exterior maintenance and one for one for exterior maintenance and then one for no permit. On the exterior maintenance, it does identify as item 17, make application for obtain all permits before starting any work from the building department. There's also the rear porch work that was done at some point. I need some clarification though, Mr. Chairman. Is the testimony that the wall in the interior was not removed or that it was not removed by the appellant?
My understanding, Mr. Chairman, is that it was not removed by the new and current owner, Mr. Oglesby, through the entity.
We're not sure if it was ever present and removed. It would be impossible to know.
Okay. Mr. Vanover?
Well, Mr. Chairman, I guess I'm still not clear because I'm getting two entirely different testimonies from the appellate group. Unfortunately, it is a matter of when you purchase property for, there's a due diligence requirement. And oftentimes, when work was done prior to purchase without a permit, the purchaser, well, they take on all the risk and all of the issues that are involved in that. This is a corporately owned property. This is an investment property. There's an expectation that those things are identified and due diligence is done. Based on the inspector's inspection record and the notice of violation, we've got a building with the expectation of housing for-profit tenants that has had structural walls removed without permits, inspections, or plan approval. We would ask that you uphold that as properly issued and remand that back to the Department of Building and Housing. And that we would ask that you uphold the exterior maintenance violation, which includes the work done on, the permits required for the rear porch. We don't object to more time to complete everything else. But permits and plan approvals are required for those areas where it's needed.
Okay. I guess we can probably move this along. So just by upholding the notice that were issued, and I guess it would be the inside with the wall removal and with the rear porch, and on those items, we are going to remand that back to Division of Building and Housing, and on the more time to complete and abate the, let's see, what would be left, Mr. Vanover, to that? Is it the exterior maintenance?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so how much time do you think you would need to take care of the exterior maintenance? This is to the appellant.
I am not aware of any additional exterior maintenance needed. The back porch was only in need of painting, which does not require a permit.
Okay. So then there isn't any more time needed for anything else to be done. Is that correct?
I would ask that the inspector meet me back over there and let me know if there's something that was missed. But according to the contractor that I assisted Mr. Oglesby with those, the work that was seen was completed. So I would leave that to the inspector's discretion to let me know if he sees anything else.
So, Mr. Vanover, we need to give a little time to allow this to happen. Does 2 weeks seem sufficient to you in order to get inspectors out and do an inspection? Yes, so
Mr. Chairman, it does.
It does. Okay. So we're gonna extend you to November 20th, 2 weeks, 2024, to have it re-inspected. Motion?
So moved.
Okay, all right, moved by Mr. Dank, second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley? Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Okay, so notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, next docket, housing docket A 104-24, 9707 Pierpoint Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. The notice of violation is condemnation of the main structure. Issued on April 9th of 2021. Appeal was received on May 14th of 2024. Applicant requested 6 months to 1 year to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Chief Billing Official Tom Vanover, Dan Jacobson Law. Would the applicant or his or her attorney and or representative please state your name for the record? Mr. Chairman, I do not see a Deborah Taylor Smith in the participants panel, nor is that person in room 514 this morning.
Okay, Mr. Vanover solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
Mr. Jacobson.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did notice of today's hearing get returned to the board's file for any reason?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
And through the chairman to Ms. Davis, have you received any form of communication, an email, a voice message, or anything physically delivered to you on behalf of this appellant and or docket?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
To the chairman, the due process requirement of notice having been given to this appellant, the board can proceed with its hearing and ruling today. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman to Ms. Davis, can you provide me with the violation number?
Yes. Through the chair to Mr. Vanover. The violation number is V as in Victor, 20002497.
Bear with me. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, this is a condemnation from 2020. And the city of Cleveland, the citizens of the city of Cleveland have paid to board this property up multiple times. You can see by the photos attached that the exterior yard has not been maintained and that there's continuing deterioration on this property. We ask that you deny any more time and remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing.
Motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property to the Division of Building and Housing for any further action. Motion? Okay, motion by Mr. Bradley,
Second.
second by Mr. Dank.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Dean?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Notice will be sent out within 2 weeks.
Mr. Chairman, give me 2 minutes, please.
You got it.
Okay, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, housing docket A 109-247305 Montgomery Avenue has been withdrawn. Housing docket A 114-249608 Steinway Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is hazardous conditions, no permit, and exterior maintenance. Issued on April 29th of 2024. Appeal was received May 28th of 2024, requesting for 1.5 years to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Chief Building Official Tom Vanover, Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and or representative please state your name for the record? Mr. Chairman, I do not see Kimberly Morris in the participants panel, nor is that person present in room 514 this morning.
Okay, Mr. Vanover solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, Mr. Jacobson.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did notice of today's hearing get returned to the board's file for any reason?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, have you received any form of communication, an email, a voice message, or anything physically delivered to you on behalf of this appellant in our docket?
I'm sorry, Mr. Jacobson, can you repeat that?
Sure. Have you received any kind of communication, like an email, a voice message, or anything delivered to you on behalf of this appellant in our docket?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, I did speak to Ms. Morris this morning. She did confirm that she received today's meeting link.
And through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did you provide her? You did provide her the link and she confirmed she had it?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, yes, I resent her the meeting link this morning. She verified that yesterday's link went into her spam box. And this morning, when I spoke with her and sent it again, she did verify that she had the link.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, can we verify call-in user number 2? Is that the applicant or not? It doesn't appear to be.
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, I cannot verify who call-in user is. If that call-in user could please state your name. To the individual who did not download the WebEx meeting link and called into the meeting, could you please verify yourself?
Hello, this is Stephen Arisco. But this is in my docket. Are you asking me
No,
to verify?
we're not talking about you, Stephen. We
Okay,
have
sorry.
Excuse me, Carmela, this is Xavier Bay. I just like to remind you, the call-in user could press *6 to try to unmute if they're muted.
Very good.
Oh, my name is Gabrielle for Family Dynamics. This is not my docket. I'm not sure what you're asking.
Okay, no, if it's not your docket, you're fine.
Okay.
To the chairman, getting back to docket A 11424 regarding Kimberly Morris, it does not appear that that applicant is available and online at the current time. I'm going to go ahead and to the chair.
Yes, excuse me, sir. Yes, I am.
Okay, who is this? Verify who you are.
Kimberly Morris.
Okay. All right, you are, let's see, in one of these two, call-in user two?
Yes,
Maybe.
Mr. Chairman, she is
Okay.
calling user two.
Okay, so we have you online. Let's see. Okay, so Ms. Morris, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Yes, I do.
Okay,
I do.
all right, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
My plans, I had started renovating the property. I started with upstairs and then working after I complete upstairs. Hopefully that will be within the next 2 months. I will work downstairs. And then I have a tenant downstairs. So I'm waiting, give him space and time to get himself situated. So I can start working downstairs and then completing what I need to on the property to
Have
have it
any
up to code.
permits pulled?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay, and how much more time do you think you need?
I had requested close to a year to complete the assignment because I am working out of my own money. So I'm not taking out any loans or anything to do the maintenance and the repairs on the property. So that's
Okay, and this is,
less
you
than a year.
live here, is that correct? You live on the?
No, I don't live in it.
You do not live?
No, I don't.
This is a rental property?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Vanover?
So, Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, if the statement was that there are permits pulled, we have no record of any permits being pulled on this property.
I pulled a water permit. I mean, I had to get a hot water tank and all that stuff installed. Yes, I went downtown and
Okay. Yeah, so, Mr. Chairman, there is a, I apologize. There is a hot water tank permit. However, there's no permits for anything else. The hazardous condition, they have not been applied for, nor have they been issued. The photos alone show the condition of this rental property. And while I empathize, the economic situation and working on the property, this out of your own money, this is a investment property. One of the violations, there are actually 5 open violations on this property. 2 for no permit, for boarding it up, and for
it has never been boarded up, sir.
okay. So, Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, are you objecting to the violation notice that requires the permit for placing boards on the windows?
Ms. Morris?
I'm trying to, the city has never boarded up. I know it's a board on one of the windows, but the tenant placed that board on it because he had vandalism. Someone had broke into his location, so he had placed a half board on his window. That's the
Okay.
only board that is on the property.
So, Mr. Chairman, yes, there is a notice of violation for no permit in the city of Cleveland. If it requires a permit to board up openings in a building, and that permit was not applied for or issued to do that. There's also, more seriously though, there's a hazardous condition violation notice for the fact that the foundation of this structure is buckling. And it requires an evaluation by a structural engineer.
Correct, and I'm looking for a structural engineer in regards to that matter.
So there's subsequently, there's also an exterior violation notice for the conditions on the exterior. Mr. Chairman, based on the condition of this property, and the safety hazards involved, we would ask that you, and you can see the electrical wiring. I mean, the photos tell the story with the open plumbing lines, the electrical wire. We ask that you deny any more time and remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing.
Okay. Motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property Division of Building and Housing for any further action. Motion.
So moved.
Okay, moved by Mr. Denk. Second by Mr.
So,
Br-
Mr.
so you guys
Bradley,
are not going to give me time to complete? To repair?
Well, you can still repair the property. There's no question about that. The problem is in looking at the time, they have no idea with the conditions that that we're seeing here on the property, how much time it's going to take you to do this. So we're remanding it back underneath the supervision of Building and Housing to watch over it. So that's where we're at. So we're in the middle of the motion now. Go ahead, Ms. Davis.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. So notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. So you can continue, okay?
Okay, I can continue to repair it, but if the
Yes.
city decides they want to take it, they can.
Well, that's not something that they likely want to do, but if you stop, you don't do things, they can take you to court over that, okay? It's a possibility, but as long as you're moving forward on it and you're doing what you can, they don't want your property. They tend to work with you. So that's what you need to do. If there's hazardous conditions, they got to be taken care of. Okay, you'll be getting the notice within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next docket is housing docket A-115-24, 11002 Notre Dame.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is interior and exterior maintenance, issued on May 3rd of 2024. Appeal was received May 28th of 2024, requesting for 60 days to a complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Billing Official, Dan Jacobson, Law. With the appellant or his or her attorney and or representative, please state your name for the record. Mr. Chairman, I do not see Mark Campbell in the participants panel, nor is that person in room 514 this morning.
Okay, Mr. Vanover solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
Mr. Jacobson.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did notice of today's hearing get returned to the board's file for any reason?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, have you received any form of communication, or email, a voice message, or anything physically delivered to you on behalf of this appellant and or docket?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
To the chairman, the due process requirement of notice having been given to this appellant, the board can proceed with its hearing and ruling today. Thank you.
Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, this property has, they requested 60 days. There's an open permit for this application or for this property that has been issued. to the homeowner as a homeowner's permit. It is yet to be inspected. It was issued at the beginning of this month. We ask that you remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing for further action. We can follow this permit, providing that the work continues as required.
Okay. Motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property division of Building and Housing for any further action. Okay, moved by Mr. Bradley,
Second.
second by Mr. Dank.
Mr. Bradley? Yeah. Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Housing docket A 116-24, 16511 Burnside Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is exterior maintenance. Issued on April 19th of 2024. Appeal was received May 16th of 2024, requesting for 60 days to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and or representative please state your name for the record?
Earl Foster.
Okay, Mr. Foster, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, let us know what the plans are.
Currently, I did pull a permit for the structural damage for the garage. Started that process for that part. I do need some clarity for I believe there was a violation for a lead. I actually do reside in the property, and it's not being rented as a rental property. Regarding, I think it's like the porch and the gutter boards that needs to be painted. I just need like maybe 45 days to complete those, 45 to 60 days to complete that process.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, did you receive a notice of violation for the lead?
You say for the who?
For the lead issue you were discussing?
It was something on the notice that something about 6 months to get like some type of verification or permit or something like that. But I didn't. It was a part of something that the inspector, and I don't have the inspector's notice here with me, but it was a part of that. But I have not received anything separate, no.
So, Mr. Chairman, the notice that I only have one active violation notice that states that the fascia or gutter board is in need of painting, the soffit is in need of painting, repair and on the porch trim, the garage demolition. The premises shall be maintained free of any debris, material, or condition which may create a health, accident, or fire hazard or public nuisance. Make application and obtain the permits, and exterior siding has peeling paint. So that's the violation notice that I have. There is an active permit to demo the garage, and we don't object to 60 days to abate the violations.
Okay, motion is in order for January 6th, 60 days, 2025 to abate the violations. Motion?
Second.
Okay, I think we got Ms. Lipscomb and Mr. Dank.
Mr. Bradley? Yeah. Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next docket, housing docket A 117-24, 2221 East 72nd Street. Front.
Good morning. My name is Gabrielle Alexis. I am the managing member for Family Dynamics.
One moment, please.
Sure.
Okay. Application and fees are in order. This is a notice of violation of a condemnation of the main structure front, issued on March 25th of 2024. Appeal was received on May 28th of 2024, requesting for 6 months to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Chief Billing Official Tom Vanover, Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and/or representative please state your name for the record?
Gabrielle Alexis, managing member for Family Dynamics.
Okay, Miss Alexis, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
This is the property that I purchased, and although I thought I did my due diligence, the property was occupied at the time. I got somebody to do an inspection, and basically the property was in a worse type of shape than I thought. It's not occupied. I'm trying to do a complete rehab of the property. Unfortunately, the cost or the estimate has more than doubled than what I was told originally. So my plan is still to rehab it. I applied for a loan, a construction loan. I couldn't get that because they told me they don't provide for that area. I got a contractor. I should be able to pull a permit within the next 30 days and hopefully another 60 days to complete it. So I hope you'll be amenable to give me another 90 days to completely rehab the property.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, to Ms. Davis, can you provide me the violation notice for the front structure that's under appeal?
Through the chair to Mr. Vanover. Violation number is V as in Victor, 24005653.
Thank you. It gets confusing when there's two structures on the same parcel. So, Mr. Chairman, to the appellant, is the property currently vacant?
Yes, it is.
And, Mr. Chairman, to the appellant, has application been made for permits yet? Have you put in for the permits?
No, I did get a contractor though, but we're still working on the details, and then he's going to submit it before 30 days.
Mr. Chairman, we don't object to 30 days to make application and obtain the permits and 90 days to abate the violation notice.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very good. So the December 6th, 30 days, 2024 to obtain the permits, and February 6th, 90 days, 2025 to abate the violations. Motion? Moved by Mr. Bradley,
Second.
second by Mr. Dank.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Housing docket A 120-24, 730 East 96th Street.
Oh, we already heard that one. Oh, no, we didn't. No. Okay. Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is condemnation of the main structure. Issued on September 16th of 2016. Appeal was received May 29th of 2024. Applicant was requesting 6 months to 1 year to complete abatement of the violation. Present for today's hearing, Chief Building Official Tom Vanover, Dan Jacobson Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and/or representative please state your name for the record? Mr. Chairman, I do not see Evans in the participant panel, nor are they in room 514 this morning.
Okay. Mr. Vanover solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, Mr. Jacobson.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did notice of today's hearing get returned to the board's file for any reason?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
And through the chairman to Ms. Davis, have you received any form of communication, an email, a voice message, or anything physically delivered to you on behalf of this appellant in your docket?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
To the chairman, the due process requirement of notice having been given to this appellant, the board can proceed with its hearing and ruling today. Thank you.
Mr. Vanover.
Again, Mr. Chairman, to Ms. Davis, can you provide me the violation notice number on this?
Through the chair to Mr. Vanover, violation number is V as in Victor, 16020259.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry, I misread. I thought that it said that the violation notice was issued in March of 24. Yeah, Mr. Chairman, this is an 8-year-old condemnation. There's been 2 sets of permits pulled and closed on this for inactivity. On the property, we ask that you deny it and remand it to the Department of Building and Housing.
A motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property division of Building and Housing for any further action. Motion?
Moved.
Okay, Mr. Dank. Second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Housing docket A 122-24, 10318 Kinsman Road.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is exterior maintenance. Issued on May 10th of 2024. Appeal was received June 3rd of 2024, requesting for 6 months to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Tom Vanover, Chief Building Official, Dan Jacobson Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and/or representative please state your name for the record?
Yes, my name is Curtis Henderson.
Okay, Mr. Henderson, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
My plans is to correct the necessary violation and work with the inspector to get it done. I just need a little time due to underlying health reasons and a little bit of a financial situation, but I would like a little time to correct it and get it done. And I do live here in the home, me and my family do.
Okay, how much more time do you think you need?
If I can get the 6-month extension, that would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, again to the appellant, just restate this is an owner occupied home?
Yes, yes, sir.
And you expect to maintain it as an owner-occupied home?
Yes, yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, we don't object to the 180-day timeframe.
Okay, May sixth, 180 days, 2025, to abate the violations. Motion
So moved.
moved by Mr. Dank,
Second.
second by Ms. Lipscomb.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out to you within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Okay, we got time extension housing docket A 139-24, 12721 Bursby Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. This is a time extension request for interior maintenance violations. That was originally issued on September 13th of 2023. We originally heard this on November 8th of 2023. At that time, the board granted until February 8th of 2024 to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Chief Billing Official, Tom Vanover, Dan Jacobson Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and or representative please state your name for the record? Stephen. He's there, but he doesn't have.
You just turned.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. He's on, but you just turned on his.
Stephen, try logging out and come back in. Oh, there you go. You have you're muted. We can't hear you.
How about now?
Okay,
Great.
is this Mr. Arisco?
Yes, it is. Stephen Arisco.
Very good. Solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let us know what your plans are.
On May 24th of this year, I sold the property. My title agent followed the City of Cleveland Certificate of Disclosure application for transferring residential property, file number COD 24-03318. The title was transferred to the new owner on May 24th. I have no legal access to this property.
Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, then we ask that you deny any more time. You remand the property to the Department of Building and Housing. As such, there was an order from the Director of Building and Housing issued to correct these violations. Transfer and sale of the property does not relieve the appellate from the responsibility of correcting the violations, only the authority to access the property. Flipping a property after you receive violations is not a form of mitigation. So we ask that you remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing.
I'm pretty confused, obviously, but if I follow the City of Cleveland's process for transferring title and disclosing to the buyer the violation, isn't the buyer then taking the responsibility for the violation?
Mr. Chairman, I would ask that the appellate seek legal counsel of his own to instruct him on how all of that works. I can't provide legal advice.
Understand.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and remand it, deny more time, remand it to the property division of building and housing for any further action. Then you can settle that out any way you have to. So that's the motion.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Dank. Second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that concludes the dockets, I do believe.
Adjudication order has been postponed. Mr. Gallagher,
Which one?
you gotta read that into the record for the adjudication order?
A170.
Okay, hold on a minute. I see it. Okay. Yes, A 17024 13913 West Parkway Road. Is that correct? That's the one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that has been postponed.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got. Move down the line. Okay, we have approval of resolutions. A 11124, A 18724, A 18924 through A 9324, A 9924, A 10224, A 10324, A 10524, A 10624, A 11024, A 11224, A 11324, and A 18324. Motion? Moved by Mr. Bradley,
Second.
second by Mr. Dank.
Oh, Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
one correction. We thought we heard you say docket A 8724 as A 18724. We just want to make sure that that was read correctly in the record. Or we heard you wrong.
Oh, hold on a minute. You said, oh, A 8724 is correct.
Okay.
And A89 as well. It rotates.
And A 180,
No one, just
No.
89.
oh, hold on a minute. Yes, A 89. So we have A 8724 and A 8924.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, motion, you got that down?
I heard Mr. Bradley. I didn't hear the second.
Second.
Second, Mr. Dink.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Approval of minutes, October 23rd, 2024. Are there any additions or corrections?
No.
Motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Dink,
Second.
second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Ms. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Is there anything else to come before us?
No.
Okay. We'll now adjourn. Meeting is over.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good 2 weeks.
Okay. Yes.